What's up, y'all? Ranks Banks, the wealthy trader, tapping in with some more fire, lit, authentic content. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome to the channel. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing the journey, my journey. I'm just a regular person who trades and travels the world. And if you're a returner, you already know the vibes. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, y'all.
From that's like breaking the mold. You supposed to do what you told. The elders' words are like gold. From the concrete you rose, you determine how far you go. So don't never sell your soul, and never think you're too old to watch all of it unfold. On this dream I am sold. Let's see how far this goes.
Y'all, I am exhausted. It is Sunday, May 10th at 2:39. I'm back home in Pattaya, Thailand. And I just finished my markup. I put a poll on the community center asking like if you guys would be interested in me dropping my weekly analysis. Just cutting my screen recording on and recording it while I'm doing my markups and dropping that. I don't know if anybody responded, but I had already gone ahead and recorded it while I was doing it. So this is just the intro for that. This is not the intro for the weekly vlog. We're gonna get into that later. Maybe later, because I think that I'm going to do some stuff today. I'm very tired though. If you can't tell, my energy is very low. I need to go to sleep, maybe wake up, I don't know. Nonetheless, we about to go ahead and hop into the computer so you can see what my analysis is for NAS this week and for DXY. And let me know at the end of the video if you like this type of content. If so, I'll continue to make these markups. This will help me continue to hold myself accountable for what I'm doing and also bring y'all some more content. So let me know if that's what you want. Let's get into it. All right, so this is my weekly markup for the week of March the 11th. Let's see. We're going to get into it. We're going to start with the DXY. I use the DXY as confluence to determine which way I want to take certain trades that I'm taking. Like NAS, for instance, if DXY is selling, I know that I could potentially be looking for buys in NAS. And if I am looking for buys, it's just a confirmation for me. So I'm going to start off with the weekly chart and see what we're looking like. I already got markups here, waiting for these to play out. When I pull up to the charts, I ask myself two things: where did price come from, where's price at, and that'll help me determine where price is going. I used to get kind of confused with like what areas of the chart to pay attention to, but now I look at it from like a more recent price action perspective. So if I'm looking at this, price literally ran these sell sides, okay, and then it broke structure. And even though this breaking structure is like not really strong, you know what I mean, people can look at this as like, oh, it's a liquidity run. Yeah, potentially it could be a liquidity run. All right, we know price seeks liquidity and imbalances, so obviously. But if we take a check here, we see this fair value gap on a weekly chart. Price literally induced it. It came short of it. Even though it took out these highs, it induced these highs as well. So right now we like playing in the middle of a range, if you ask me. But here's what I potentially see happening. Let me look at the monthly real quick. All right, yeah, bet. See, like on the monthly chart, you can see we filled this fair value gap over here. We tapped into this fair value gap here. I'm thinking that we may dig a little deeper. But again, let's go down to the daily and see what we're sitting at. We got these relatively equal lows here. Price just took out these lows. So if price pulls back up here and use this inversion or this inversion to push price down into here and then reverse, I wouldn't be surprised to come up here and dig a little bit more deeper into this fair value gap. Also, that may not happen because you always got to look at the flip side of things, and then you just react based off what the market is giving you. If you look here, we got these equal lows that price can come after. We got these relatively equal lows that price can come after. So this monthly fair value gap could send price down to do what it do down here. So that's on a monthly basis though, or daily basis. That's gonna take some time for that to play out. So right now what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to see what price does when it gets to this fair value gap, if it gets here. If price gets here, then I'm gonna be looking at to see if there's some type of breaker structure, liquidity run, breaker structure back to the upside, or if we can continue on this downtrend. With that in mind, let's go take a look at NAS. Alright, so when I come to NAS, I'm just looking for a weekly play. I only need one move to know if I want to take a buy or a sell. Like, what area of price ultimately do I see price moving to? Alright, if we're looking at price on a monthly basis, we see that we just took out, we're continuing to take out all-time highs. We've been running. Alright, we had this little pullback for these 3 months back in October, but we've been out of here. So if we go down to the weekly chart, let's see what happened. What happened last week with price? Last week price took out these old highs and literally induced this old low. Let me delete all this. Alright, so last week we took out this high. I'm going to say buy side liquidity run. And then we go down. Let's start looking on the daily chart. Alright. If you look at this daily, we took out these highs as well. So this was a liquidity grab as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You see all this imbalance down here? Price definitely can continue to push up to continue to make new all-time highs. But me personally, I'm not interested in any buys until price take out some of these lows down here. So we got one low. I mean, if you want to come over here, we got one low, 2 lows. We got all of these imbalances down here. So if we throw a fib on this real quick, ooh, I don't know why I do that. Throw a fib on this. Boom, what we looking at? Oh yeah, this is lining up with the golden zone. This is where I like to check my fib entries off of. If you look over here, we got an inversion fair value gap that feeds into this. This a lot, y'all. This fair value gap right here lines up perfectly with it inside of this gap. So what I would potentially be looking for this week is for price to come down and tap on this. Now, in doing that, we will be clearing out these lows. Okay, remember those equal lows? We will be doing that. So price could or couldn't get down here. We don't know, but we looking for sales down there. So what I'm looking for is some type of pullback. I'm looking to see if price take these lows right here. That's the weekly lows. So I'm looking for some type of pullback up in here to take it down to those lows and then potentially down to this area. So when price pulls back up in here, we could potentially look to sell, given we see a run on liquidity and a break of structure. All right, because if you look at it, we got this run on buy side liquidity, break of structure bearish. We just need that pullback into this fair value gap. send it down at least to here. So what's that? You see that? Let's see what our risk to reward will be looking like if we got in off the top of this. Ideally, I would like to pull back a little further, but we just gonna say, I mean, even here we got a breaker block. So actually, I would want to see it like that. And to be on the safe side, I will put my stop loss up here, and we're gonna take it down to these lows, and we're gonna copy this, and we're gonna put another one right beside it, because that'll be TP1 and that's TP2. We can move this to break even when we hit TP1. All right, so that's what I'm looking at for NAS this week. I wanted to get that recorded. I'm gonna put my markups up here, like type all my stuff up. Matter of fact, something I noticed about NAS is 2.5s and 7.5s are key areas. Pay attention to that on your charts. Is that the daily? And then I mean, even look at this, y'all. Now, will price come all the way down here? I'm not saying it will. But guess what all that is? All that's liquidity. Trend line liquidity. So, tapping into this area would take out some of that trend line liquidity. Because when price gets here, people gonna buy it. Tapping into here, and where their stop loss gonna be right down here. Tapping into here would definitely take them out. So, and we got that price gap down there. We got a lot of imbalance down here. So we're gonna see what happens. I ain't saying the price won't come down here all the way. Price can continue to go up. Or if the DXY does what I said about pulling all the way back up here, then I can definitely see that sell-off happening with NAS to clear up some of this liquidity. But that's my weekly outlook. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my stuff all typed up. And at the end of the video, I will include a screenshot that will show this markup. Thank you for checking out the markup. If you like this content, thumbs it up. Drop me a comment in below to let me know what you see when you look at NAS for this week. And remember, stick to your plan, be patient, be disciplined, and never ever quit. Peace.
The truth of who you are, you were born to be a star. The sun rules my world, so I let it play its part. It's my golden arc. We connected from the start.
Lit.